I don't know who I would be if I hadn't had these 2 years so far.
I wouldn't change anything because it's taking me into a different curve. It's taking me into a different learning curve.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but it's the surprises that kind of keep you going every day because you don't know what to expect.
There will be times for every student on this course, on those dark winter nights when they have to get up for a stamina session at 8 in the morning and then do classes through till 1 o'clock and then rehearse from 2 till 8 and crawl home to do some line learning. There are going to be times on the course when students probably feel they can't cope, that they've had enough, they're too exhausted, they're too tired. But ironically, provided you are young and in good health and don't have major lifestyle problems, it's probably at those moments of total exhaustion that the real moments of change happen within our students. So we don't apologise for that. We just warn you that it's going to be very hard. It is not a student life. It is the life of somebody training to practice a craft.
If your passion for acting is stronger than anything else, drama school is the only place like it in the world. It's 3 years of an intensive training for the thing that you're most passionate about. Discovering things about your body and your voice that can enable you to transform and take on a character, which is the thing that you love anyway. And as for me, coming as a very young man, a teenager, to a drama school, it really helped me develop and find out the kind of man and actor I wanted to be.
I feel so incredibly empowered as an artist, and I feel so strong in the skills that I've learned so far, and so eager to continue learning. And even though I've learned so much, it just feels like the beginning of a lifelong journey.
Studying at Central was terrifying and exhilarating, but mainly terrifying, but in the best way possible. It really pushed you. Studying at Central was terrifying, but in a way where it pushed you to find your full self. It made it impossible to be afraid of what was out there.
I went to a school before I went to Central for a year, which I left, and they will spend a week on a technique, whereas Central spent an entire year on a subject. And you don't just, someone can tell you about the merits of Laban or the merits of Chekhov or something, but I don't need to know the merits of them. I know how to do it because it was embodied.
I have always loved Shakespeare and classical theatre, and so I did a Shakespeare intensive at Central a few years ago during the summertime and learnt so much, and that I wanted to audition for the 3-year course, so now I'm here.
I've learned things on the way. I'm still learning, still trying to gain experience, and it's only the beginning.
It is a very, very compassionate and yet rigorous course. The staff have extremely high standards and demand those standards of students, but all the time there is a level of care and nurture and compassion that runs underneath everything.
The wonderful thing about the teaching at a drama school such as Central is how personal it is and how specific it is. Everyone gets specific notes because they take so much notice of what you're like as an actor and therefore as a person.
You think you know who you are, and then you're confronted with all of these different ways that your performing can go, and the tools they provide you with at Central and the things that they give you in order to sort of take yourself apart and put yourself back together. Without them, you wouldn't know what you could offer.
I'm really inspired by watching art enter people and change their lives. But what is the real point of inspiration is when, empowered with that art and empowered with that technique, our actors go out into settings, London, Europe and beyond, and hopefully change other people's lives too.
The acting profession is a very hard one, but it has never been any different. We're working increasingly with a money-driven industry. There's far less art for art's sake out there, and an awful lot of commercialism. It's very, very hard for actors, but the best chance you can give yourself is to go to a top drama school and get a top training. And I believe that Central offers a training that you could probably only get the equal of at 3 or 4 other institutions in the world.